In the heart of whispering woods, where the sun painted rainbows in the mist, and the air was filled with the songs of the wind, lived a whimsical fairy named Flora. Flora was not just any fairy. She was the beloved caretaker of the Enchanted Blossoms. Her garden was a rainbow tapestry where flowers bloomed in colors unknown to ordinary eyes. It was a place where marigolds hummed lullabies, daisies danced in the breeze, and roses whispered sweet secrets to passing bees. Every morning, Flora flitted from flower to flower, sprinkling magical star dust that made each bud swell with joy and anticipation, ready to burst into a radiant bloom. But tending to such a magical garden was not without its challenges. One bright morning, as Flora hummed her favorite tune, she noticed the wilting petals of her cherished bluebells. The sun, unusually fierce, had set in a stubborn drought. The streams had dried up, and the moisture that the flowers needed was scarce. Flora's heart ached seeing her faithful blooms drooping under the oppressive heat. Determined, Flora fluttered to the whispering stream on the outskirts of the woods. Using her wand, she sang the Frog King's favorite song, a catchy little tune that he never could resist. Up from the depths, King Frogleap surfaced with a mischievous glint in his eyes. "Hello, King Frogleap," Flora said. "I need your help to call upon the rain." With a wink and a croak, the Frog King called his subjects, and together, they leapfrogged across the skies, summoning rain clouds that quenched the garden's thirst. No sooner had the drought ended than another challenge emerged. Mischievous caterpillars, drawn by the sumptuous aroma of happy blossoms, wiggled their way into the garden, munching heartily on the tender leaves. Flora frowned, but she knew just what to do. Beneath her cherry blossom tree, a wise old spider named Arachne wove stories with her silk. "Arachne," Flora implored, "could you weave a sparkling web to guide the caterpillars away?" Arachne, who enjoyed Flora's stories just as much as she enjoyed spinning her webs, agreed delightedly. She wove a trail of glittering silk, luring the caterpillars away to a nearby field of tasty wildflowers. Just as the garden began to settle, a grumpy garden gnome named Gruff came stomping through. Gruff was as old as the hills and just as stubborn. He grumbled loudly, wanting the garden for himself, demanding a bed among the blooms. Flora, wise and kind, knew that he needed a friend more than a flower bed. She spent time listening to Gruff's stories of yore, tales of enchanted forests and faraway lands. Befriending Gruff, she gifted a cozy little nook under an ancient oak tree. With each challenge, Flora's garden grew even more vibrant and alive. Her friends, grateful and happy, added their own magic to the garden. The flowers stood tall, the leaves glistened like emeralds in the sun, and the entire garden sang a melodious harmony. And so, Flora the flower fairy continued her days, spreading joy and magic throughout her blooms, showing that with love, creativity, and kindness, even the toughest challenges could blossom into beautiful solutions. In her garden, every flower became a tale, every leaf a lesson, and every seed a new beginning.